Hello and welcome to the Nerdy Things with Brendan channel. I'm your host Brendan. Today I am counting down the top 10 Black Power Rangers from the entire Power Rangers franchise. Over the many years of Power Rangers history, there's been multiple different teams, and with almost every new version of the team, we got a new Black Ranger. At number 10 is Chase from Power Rangers Dino Charge. Chase is the typical cool guy of the team. He skateboards, listens to cool music, looks good, and gets the girls. To become a Dino Charge Ranger, Chase had to prove himself worthy, and he did this by saving a cat. At number 9 is Carlos from Power Rangers Turbo and Power Rangers in Space. Carlos first showed up in Power Rangers Turbo and replaced Adam Park as the Green Turbo Ranger. When the Power Rangers went into space, Carlos became the Black in Space Ranger. After Power Rangers in Space ended, Carlos showed up with the rest of the team in an episode of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Carlos was then referenced in multiple other seasons of Power Rangers, but many years later he showed up in an episode of Power Rangers Super Mega Force. At number 8 is Jake from Power Rangers Mega Force and Power Rangers Super Mega Force. Jake started out as the Black Mega Force Ranger and eventually became the Green Super Mega Force Ranger. I really don't know a ton about Jake because I never saw Mega Force or Super Mega Force, but let me know in the comments if it's worth watching. I do, however, know that the Mega Force Rangers have the ability to access the powers and abilities of past Rangers, making Jake very powerful. It's almost unfair to the other Rangers on this list that he can pick and choose from the best Rangers. Based on his talent alone though, I'm putting him here at number 8. At number 7 is Will from Power Rangers Operation Overdrive. Now Will is actually a spy for hire who becomes a Power Ranger. This means he has the unique abilities like stealth and diffusing traps. His abilities as a spy come in handy multiple times throughout the season. After Operation Overdrive ended, years later, Will made an appearance in an episode of Power Rangers Super Mega Force. At number 6 is Dylan from Power Rangers RPM. Dylan suffers from amnesia and doesn't even really know his own real name. Dylan is a name he came up with after being asked. Dylan is actually a hybrid, meaning he's part human, part robot. And Dylan's past is a big mystery during the entirety of RPM. He's a bit of a loner, but as he slowly learns more about himself and his past, he slowly opens up to the other Rangers. Being a hybrid, Dylan is slightly stronger than the other Rangers on the team. Dylan is referenced in other seasons and even shown in photos, but his biggest return is a masked appearance in an episode of Super Mega Force. At number 5 is Mike from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Mike was originally destined to be the Red Lost Galaxy Ranger, but disappeared in a crevice that opened in the ground. His brother Leo went on to become the Red Lost Galaxy Ranger in his place and proved to be a great leader. Later on in the season, the Lost Galaxy Rangers would encounter a mysterious warrior called the Magnet Defender, who seemed to be helping them defeat the forces of evil. It was eventually revealed that the Magnet Defender came back to life by possessing Mike's body though. Eventually, the Magnet Defender himself moved on from the body he was sharing with Mike, and Mike regained full control. Mike eventually returned to his duties aboard Terra Venture and was able to become the Magnet Defender at will now. He would then aid the Power Rangers whenever needed. And this one is a bit of a stretch given that the Magnet Defender is not an actual member of the team. Many other lists I found in making this video included him, and I consider him to be the 6th Ranger of the team. Most Power Ranger teams are eventually joined by a mysterious 6th Ranger, and Mike was that for the Lost Galaxy team, so I think he counts. At number 4 is Danny Delgado from Power Rangers Wild Force. Danny is likely the strongest Ranger on the Wild Force team, and despite his physical traits, he's a very peaceful man at heart. And this also makes him a fan favorite Ranger. After his time on Power Rangers Wild Force, Danny and the team were referenced in Dino Thunder and also appeared many years later in an episode of Super Mega Force. And side note, if you play Power Rangers Legacy Wars, you'll know that Danny is super overpowered. If you have to fight him in the game, it's not even fair. At number 3 is Tommy Oliver from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Zeo, Power Rangers Turbo, and Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Tommy first showed up in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and was brainwashed by Rita Repulsa to be her evil Green Ranger. Tommy broke free of her brainwashing and eventually became the White Ranger and leader of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers team. Tommy then showed up in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. He would later become the Red Zeo Ranger and still leader of the Power Rangers team. In the Power Rangers Turbo movie, Tommy became the Red Turbo Ranger. He was then the Red Turbo Ranger for a while, but he was eventually replaced by T.J. Johnson. Years later, Tommy returned to the franchise and showed up in the Forever Red special as the Red Zeo Ranger once again. A while after that, he became a main character on Dino Thunder and mentored the team. It was eventually revealed that Tommy was now the Black Ranger of that team, and though it's just a small time of his Power Rangers legacy spent as the Black Ranger, you still have to acknowledge it. Since then, Tommy has made multiple other appearances in other seasons of Power Rangers. The actor who plays Tommy, Jason David Frank, even cameoed in the 2017 Power Rangers movie. Jason David Frank has left a lasting legacy on Power Rangers, and his presence is sorely missed. While many know him as the Green Ranger, White Ranger, or even a Red Ranger, Tommy made a badass Black Ranger. At number 2 is Zach Taylor from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. There's probably going to be some people upset with me that Zach isn't number 1, but wait to hear what I have to say before judging. Zach was the very first Black Power Ranger in the franchise and therefore iconic. Zach has a lovable personality, but his time on the show was very short, and he never got to grow on us much. I myself have not yet read the Power Rangers comics. I want to, I just haven't yet. But I'm aware that within them, Zach plays a far bigger role, and many watching this video will not have read the comics as well. So I'm not the only one who hasn't seen them, but I'm not going to count the experiences in the comics, just the shows and the movies. Zach has since been referenced in other seasons of Power Rangers, and he did show up in an episode of Super Mega Force. Very recently, he returned in the Power Rangers Once and Always special. It's important to note that the 2017 Power Rangers movie gave us a slightly different Zach Taylor. In the movie, I thought he was just fine, maybe slightly annoying. However, he's played by Ludi Lin, who I adore. That man is just awesome. At number 1 is Adam Park from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Zeo, and Power Rangers Turbo. Adam first showed up in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers as the new Black Ranger to replace Zach Taylor. Adam then showed up in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. When the Rangers became the Zeo Rangers, Adam became the Green Ranger of the team. Adam then showed up in the Power Rangers Turbo movie where he became the Green Turbo Ranger, and eventually he left the team and Carlos took his place. After some time away from the show, Adam showed up in an episode of Power Rangers in Space. After that, Adam appeared in an episode of Power Rangers Operation Overdrive, and then later in an episode of Power Rangers Super Mega Force. More recently, Adam returned for the Power Rangers Once and Always special, and while many people will think Zach Taylor would be the number 1 Black Ranger, I believe Adam is. Adam may not have been the first Black Ranger, but Adam has been an integral part of the Power Rangers franchise over the years. His legacy runs deep and affects so many different teams. And that concludes my list of the top 10 Black Power Rangers from the entire Power Rangers franchise. Let me know in the comments if your favorite Black Ranger made the list. Check out my Power Rangers playlist for more videos like this one. I've covered the top 15 Red Rangers, the top 10 Blue, Green, and Pink Rangers. I've even covered the top 10 Power Ranger teams. Next month I'm doing the top 10 Yellow Rangers. Stay tuned for that video. Subscribe so you won't miss it. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.